Oh, good evening. I need to shave. I will tomorrow. I'm going to run 15 miles tomorrow morning. I definitely carved up. I ate a ton of food tonight. So, yeah, you know, I've shown pretty much in this channel that, Uber has definitely been good to me um, when it comes to earnings. I haven't earned on any other platform as good as I do with Uber. And I've done Lyft considerably. And, DoorDash, Postmates. Um, so, yeah, Uber. Yeah, Uber and Amazon. It's kind of like a weekly recap. You know, I'm really good at not getting those thumbs downs. Made 195 bucks today. Well, I got cash tipped like 20 bucks. Um, Keeper, sometimes when I eat a lot, and when I eat spicy stuff, my nose runs. So yeah, the last delivery, geez, this person was going down the wrong way into this gate, right? Now I'm gonna back up, and she basically kept on driving as if she was gonna try to hit me or something. I'm like, what the hell, dude? That's crazy. You never know what the hell people are gonna do. So that was nuts. So 29, 37. So a lot of the time, like 27, 37, you get a bump of 5 to 10 bucks. This one was a $24 order, bumped up. $38, 18, and this was 27. $20. They tip me more. And I consistently have shown people my earnings. I'm pretty transparent about that. And I show you what I do. I have my coolers, and I tell you, it's all about my 48 can coolers and my 8 times 22 times 22 pizza bags that I can put my groceries and multiple bags of food in. I've delivered like 50 items of food, I mean, a crazy amount of food, and was able to put them in heat bags because of my pizza bags, so you can basically cater, I mean, that's the reason why I'm not driving people, is another reason, because it's a pain in the ass to have to move that, if you want to do delivery right, you have the proper equipment, and almost everybody comments about it when they see my coolers, dude. Everybody. So then I'm going to be in a situation where someone has luggage. I just like doing delivery anyways. So originally 23, 34. I mean, consistent, right? Not just once in a while. Almost every time I get more. I get more. 12, 17. I mean, all the time, right? I get more. I back my shit up. 66 bucks. Well, it was a 48. And I know that there's a time period during the day when the expresses happen and where you get the nice orders. So, of course, I turned down the 15s around that time, or the 18s. And then voila, I got this 48 that turned to 66. So be aware of the patterns of repeat repetitive stuff that goes on. And then you start to notice patterns and you can follow them, kind of like what the predators do. They notice the pattern on this game trail. Hey, man, there's always critters that I can eat walking down a game trail. They just instinctively know to hide on the side and ambush. I mean, see, 28 turned to 40. 26 turned to 38. I mean, can I show you? Like, people freaking love my service, man. And I've been having to crack down on Walmart. Freaking employees are mixing up the bags. Not giving me the stickers. I mean, I shouldn't have to go through that. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty good about details. And that's why I don't let them stock my car. Just like I see drivers doing it. Just sitting in the driver's seat and let them do it. You know what I mean? And that's a recipe for disaster. $29 turned to $41. I mean, I'm just making that money. Making that extra money. Even that one. Make that extra money. $20 tip, right? Jesus. That car almost freaking hit my car, dude. What the fuck? 25 to 46. I mean, woohoo! Just make that money, man. Because they see that their food isn't crushed. And that's another part of the coolers. It protects the food from getting crushed and getting mashed. So when they get their bread, they're like, wow, the bread is perfect. Hey, it's because I either have it in my cooler or on top. I take care of it. And they see that. So it doesn't, you know what I mean? That's why I'm never in trouble. But I mean, I'm pretty good about driving. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I'm pretty freaking good at following directions and getting places. Jeez, I don't really take wrong turns, man. I mean, seriously, I don't remember taking a wrong turn in ages, dude. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at following my GPS, and yeah, I mean, I'm good at it. But that's not really what's important, is being there super fast, even though, of course, you'll see that I get all those awards, compliments, 25 to 34. I mean, all week, almost everybody. Attention to detail, 26. I mean, attention to detail. So really, it's 28. Man, they're all free first, man. Fuck that. That's what ruined Instacart for me, man. I just don't want to freaking divvy out. I mean, I know how to do it, and I did it well. When I shopped, I would shop them all, and I would have A, B, and then another cart behind me would be C. You know what I mean? But that's a pain in the ass, man. It's a pain in the ass, especially when you're doing like 70 items. I mean, yeah. When they're all like that, it's just... Yeah, 27, 36. Yep. Man, my gas is really freaking bad, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. 30, 41. I mean, I'm just showing you. It's like, woohoo. I make that more money. I make that extra money. That extra moolah, even that one. I mean, you don't see people docking my pay. They always increase it. I mean, look at all my trips, man. I mean, geez, even as an Uber driver, driving people, if I were to get all these trips, that would be badass. I mean, jeez. It's too good to be true, man. I mean, I don't know, man. Having all the price of these trips like this as an Uber driver, I don't know. I've had good days. A lot of them. But not money days like this. I mean, consistently more than $20 an order and being able to be busy all day and sit on my ass. And, well, I'm getting all my expenses written down on my pad. So then it's not such a headache at the end of the year. I'm doing some predictions on that. So, yeah, I mean, these rides are good. So, I want to get through to people. Maybe people will listen. The value of the delivery is based on the sum, average, or the mean of the driver's perception to the acceptance of an order. So when the average driver is taking X, which meets the price amount, and of course, you have a lot of drivers that probably don't think about the distance. So they're not thinking at all about distance to mile ratio. So then can you utilize that for that one? So, pretty much price amount. But you can add in the mileage. Because the people that have been doing it a while, they get it, I think. So the system knows. I mean, Uber's not stupid and DoorDash, they're not stupid. They're definitely looking at the numbers. And I believe they're looking at the length of time that a driver is taking to accept an order as well. And using all that information. So that is all based on the driver's willingness to accept. So it's as simple as not accepting shit orders. Okay, I've came across some YouTubers talking about DoorDash, and I posted on a comment. I'm like, it's the simplest way to put it is the way to think about it. It's really easy. Is what's your average miles per hour that you are typically driving in your market? Well then, what's the distance? Okay. Let's be crazy and say that it only takes a minute to pick up your food. Okay. 30 seconds to drop off. Now, that's pretty tight. And I know that DoorDash, dude, I know that they're full of shit when it comes to their judging your time, man. Because I know that I've picked up pretty instant and I've driven there fast. And they marked me as late. It's just no freaking way, man. There's no way that I'm late. You know what I mean? Especially when they said I'm late, and I'm on time. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check out DoorDash and see how full of shit they are. Because there's no way I'm late 10% of the time. And I was always tipped. I kept a real high rating. There's just no freaking way. You know what I mean? I know it. You know what I'm saying? I know it. And so they have some bogus Some bogus crap. They have some bogus crap that they're freaking factoring in. Because I've also seen Google Maps tell me I'm early. So I'm getting sidetracked. Not really, but yeah. So then when it comes to these $3 orders, well then, how realistic is it to, if you accept these, how many can you do in an hour? To be realistic. To make good, $18 an hour? Well, geez, you're needing to do 6 deliveries per hour. How realistic is it to do 6 $3 deliveries? Even if they're only a mile each. I'm telling you, Starbucks is fast. When I was chasing the Quest, and they're fast, and I was quick, and the drop-offs are quick. I think I was only doing like 5 an hour when it was hopping, and then there would be some time between. So you're talking needing to have orders back to back to back to be able to get 5 for real. So it's like, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not rocket science, man. It's not rocket science. It's just really unrealistic. So drivers need to, either DoorDash needs to hop on the Quest thing, because that's the reason why I was accepting those low orders, because I knew they were fast, and they're from Starbucks, and quick. Click, click, click. And I was getting the Quest each and every time, as I shown. So then when they took the Quest away from me, because they said, oh, it looks like you're only doing deliveries, I'm like, damn, now I'm back to, doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? So there's not really an incentive to take those unless you don't want to make money. I mean, all in sum, man, the drivers have the choice to accept deliveries. So it's your duty to yourself to look at deliveries that are going to make you money. So for the greater good, think about yourself. Therefore, you help your fellow community out. You fuck yourself, you're fucking the community out. Okay? I mean, you don't need to be this pious kiss ass. Oh, I want to be a company man. Well, you're a contractor. You don't mean shit to DoorDash. You don't mean shit, man. Seriously, they don't give a shit about you. It's just the truth. So, therefore, think. The golden rule, pretty easy. I think Geo in Chicago said it years ago. It's like $1 a mile. That's good. I think he said it way back, and I consider myself a win. I'm $195, and I know I'm going to get more by tomorrow because I get tipped every day, and I'm at 96 miles today. I'm getting consistently. I am getting over $2 a mile on my car, man, because it's not too complex. Keep it simple. Look at the miles, look at the dollar amount. Don't let the miles exceed the dollar amount. The market is awesome. I don't know, sometimes people, some bullshitters, especially in my apartment complex I was at, market value of this place is freaking 1800. Bullshit. That place was built in 1969. It makes a crazy amount of noise in the winter because of the steel beams with the heat contraction and the cold. There's no freaking way it's worth that much. Since when? Who's defining this market value for that? But when it comes to deliveries, we define the market value because we can decline and accept the order. So the average order that's accepted meeting the criteria, the price is what it's worth. So, DoorDash is, how can you respect the guy when, we think they're all as valuable? I don't know who said it. Oh, Nugs. He was reading, and I was like, man, that guy's an idiot. Not Nugs. He's not an idiot. What I'm talking about is the DoorDash people. Like, where's your brain, man? The $3 is not equally as important as the freaking $15 order. What planet are you on, man? It's the market. We're freaking business people. And of course, this highlights maybe even worse than Lyft about how they see us as employees. For real. They don't see us as business people at all. And if they could, they will utilize coercive tactics to try to get you to accept those $3 orders. It's just how blatant they are being uncapitalistic, I guess, other than being greedy for themselves. That is just the ridiculous thing. It's like these unlimited deliveries for a crazy requirement that's really easy to meet. How are you going to make money? That's a question that is common sense. It's not like I'm freaking Warren Buffett. How are you going to make money when that person orders every single day at work? So, when I eat a lot, I have freaking cough. It's weird. So therefore, maybe going to where I started here, if drivers could be told to think about it in the value being that of the perceived driver's acceptance of that dollar amount, then they can understand when they're accepting those $3 trips, how they're lowering the value. You don't have to take these shitty trips, dude. You're not going to be deactivated. Lyft told me that they would deactivate people for declining trips. They did. I wish I recorded that. I was like, yeah, I didn't argue. I'm like, yeah, you're full of crap. But, it is what it is. And that's the reason why I like Uber. I'm stuck with Uber. Because Uber doesn't give you any shit for declining trips. Uber definitely is the best company, man. Outside of Amazon, they're the ones you want to drive for. I've shown it. I've shown my earnings. My earnings without Uber. I earn money without Uber. But I earn a lot more when I'm Ubering. And it's easier for me to make the money when I'm Ubering. And definitely I've experienced the heartache of the time that I was deactivated. The heartache of, working the same amount of hours, actually working more and making like half of the money. So, naturally, people. So, if you're willing to take these $3 orders, I think maybe you're going to make, at best, $12 an hour. At best. Because how realistic is it when you really make it simple? Simplify it. How long does it take to do the delivery? How fast are you driving for the distance? How long are you really waiting at the restaurant? And then you start to realize it's not like you're doing 10 an hour, right? So then you can understand how what you should be doing as a responsibility to yourself. Be responsible to yourself. Companies don't give a shit about you. You need to give a shit about yourself. And be responsible to yourself. And take trips that are going to let you make a living. Because you're not going to pay for your car and your bills at the end on $12 an hour. People, sometimes the bills on cars, they're kind of spread out. So therefore, drivers, they don't see the expenses right away because it's not up front unless you're renting. So then it's easy for you to think you're making money when you're not. You know what I mean? So, I've all year outside of DoorDash. Well, that was last year. Last year with DoorDash, I've shown, I was driving more miles than the dollar amount. So under DoorDash, I definitely, I mean, I made $100 or more, but I failed because I did not. I don't consider not making $1 a mile a success. I didn't owe any money, and I made that $35,000 last year, and I didn't have to pay in. So I guess, I made money. I made some good moves. But starting January with Uber, December, there hasn't been one single day where I have not made more than $1.50, I think, a mile. And that's before thinking about Uncle Sam's 58 cents. So 36,000 miles, and I'm about, I think I'm at $28,000 so far. And if I keep on going at the rate that I'm going, I should make $58,000 this year. And my deductions so far, I project to be $20,000. So I project. So therefore, I'm going to take 15% of 40 grand as my guesstimate of what I'm going to owe for taxes. I think I've guesstimated it at about $4,500. Might be better than that, but I already have that money saved and more. Wouldn't be able to save anything if I wasn't making that money and thinking about the miles. So I just, like Geo, everybody says, know your market, know your restaurants, know where you get your good trips from. Then you know your restaurants, their pattern of how quick they are, and the pattern of the trips you're getting from them, and therefore you're making your decisions. Oh, okay. It's like the parameters, If I is greater than fucking whatever the miles, execute this. If less other decline. Okay, it's that tree, you know? Oh, so in your brain, keep it simple. Is one, the dollar amount better than, greater than the mile amount? Check. Okay, go on to the next. Is restaurant fast? Yes. Execute the acceptance button. That's simple. Is the miles more than the dollar amount? I just flip that around. Um, yes. Decline. That's simple. Keep it simple. Keep it that simple. Then you're going to make money. It's better to take care of your business stuff on downtime. Use your time. Like today, I wrote down all my meals that I deduct on my pad. I wrote it all down. And so I got all my expenses all up to date for this half of the year. I'm not going to do quarterly taxes. I'm just not going to do that. Because I pay, to get them done. But I organize all my stuff. And then I give it to them. But they charge me per sheet. So when I'm gigging for everybody, it gets expensive. Because I have so many 1099s. So yeah, I just like doing it in January. I get it done. It's not a pain in the ass for me, so I do it. I'm not making millions, So, yeah, and you're going to make money. You're going to make money if you just keep it that way. Manage your time. Now that you have downtime, what kind of business stuff, like paperwork, do I need to take care of? Plugging in other apps. Therefore, keep it simple. Don't get lost into this whirlwind of jibber jabber that the companies are talking. They try to distract you from the simple truth. Keeping it simple, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're making money. So you keep it simple with a simple way. $1 a mile. It's simple. Yeah, it's easy. Okay. Heck, you can say, okay, it needs to be, the miles has to be 60%. Okay, you can do it that way. You can do 50%. Just keep $1 a mile. Yeah. That's simple. That's easy. Keep track of your miles each day. Look at your miles. Look how much you make. That's simple. It's that simple. It's not that complex. The value of these deliveries are the average of the acceptance of the whole. That's the market value. Because it obviously is true to be worth $3 if you got a shit ton of people that are accepting those $3. Obviously, then you're proving that the deliveries are worth $3 because you're accepting them. You know what I mean? If everybody's declining them all, then obviously the deliveries are worth more than that. It's that simple. Keeping it easy. Keeping it simple. 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 That's what makes it better. It's the simple answer. That is the best answer, right? Because it's easy. $1 a mile. I've been doing $2 a mile consistently. So I consider myself to be a success right now. I'm having the best year I've had. Of course, the market is huge. If I was in Massachusetts trying to do delivery, I'd make money, but not like I'm doing here. California people here deliver. They use delivery here. They really do in this area. And a lot of the areas that I'm delivering to are poor. I don't care. They need it. They don't have a car. And they're way over by San Pedro area. And you know what I mean? It's hard for them to get to the to Walmart where they can afford stuff. So therefore they use the service. And I make the money I make. And you know, they're helping me, I'm helping them. That's the reason why I understand some people are like, oh, Walmart. But, you know, there's a need. People are going to use it, man. And they're going to. Walmart's not getting kicked to the curb like Kmart. And that's because of the decisions that they've made. I didn't have a car for a while. And I was working, and I would ride my bike to work. My bicycle was my mode of transportation for years. For decades, actually. I rode my bike. I didn't have to take an Uber. I rode my bike, or I walked. I would walk, you know. I wouldn't take the cab that would charge me $40 to go a mile down the road. You know, 3 miles down the road. They'd be like, oh, well, we have to drive there. Well, you're just in the town next over, dude. That's only like 3 miles away. Since when are you going to charge me $30 to take me 3 miles down the road? I mean, just do that. So I'd walk. You know what I mean? The only time I'd really want to ride like that would be like if it's thunder and lightning out. You know, screw that. But, yeah. I think the Walmart definitely, you know, as they get better and improve. I mean, now my point was I used to order on Walmart on the internet. You get stuff that wouldn't be at the store, like my Gatorade powder. It would come, get delivered by the mailman or something, and it was easy. You know what I mean? I liked it. It didn't cost any that much more. It was good. I took advantage of it. So, yeah, I think, personally, you know, the Walmart delivery is, you know, I mean, obviously, in other areas, they're not making that much money. And people that have been doing the deliveries say that now that they're on Uber, they're making money. That's what Postmates, it was shit. So, yeah. But, looking at Nugs, I guess he doesn't make money with Uber where he's at, and he's making more with DoorDash. Here, for me, I was making more money on tips than I was on DoorDash pay. But I can't do that with Uber Eats here. So, different markets, different rules. So, yeah, it is what it is. I feel grateful because there's been times where I was struggling to try to find rides, man, in the summer in Massachusetts. It was dead. But it's good. Make the money while you can, when you can, because you never know when it's gonna be gone, right? So that's my input. There's probably so. Don't take crap orders, man. Because then you're only shitting on yourself, man. You know, you don't have to feel bad for the company. That's the reason why you feel that you need to do it, because you need to help DoorDash out and more of these companies out and take crap orders. I mean, that's just Don't think like that. Take care of yourself, and then you take care of everybody else. Because when you're taking shit orders, you're screwing everybody else. You're like the rat that freaking tattletales on. No, I mean, you know, you kind of, don't do it. Because you're not helping anybody. Because really, that makes me, but yeah, I mean, if drivers could be really strong and have some spine and think that way in a good way, then you have the power to be able to overcome the coercive tactics and force the company to pay more. Because now they would realize that the drivers aren't going to accept those trips. And they would have to, or else they would fail. And tough shit they do. You know what I mean? They're just being stubborn. They know what they need to do. So, but that'll probably never happen. I mean, with Instacart, I've seen crazy orders. 70 item orders being offered for like $13. Could not believe my eyes of how that's possible. But I think I watched a video on I don't watch many of his videos. I haven't watched them in a while, but the one that I did watch was good. And Chad, the gig economist there, talking about how a crafty Uber, I think he said Uber was, about labeling delivery people as heroes. Where, yeah, people, they want to be good. And it's true. He's right about that. Gives them a good feeling about helping out for the cause, So therefore, it's like Meals on Wheels. Meals on Wheels for them. And so therefore, they're doing it for dirt cheap money. Because they're doing it out of like altruism, That's a good point. I didn't think about it that way until I saw that. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. It is a crafty way to get people to work for next to nothing when they think they're helping save lives. Because people really want to feel good about themselves. And if they feel and they're getting thanked like they're saving lives, it makes them feel good. You know what I mean? You can't, rag on people for that. So yeah, that kind of makes sense. So I was like, okay, they're taking those $9 trips because they want to see themselves as helping save the life of the people that need those groceries. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Basically, if you really want to see it the real way, we might actually be helping take lives. Because if we're helping people sit at home and bringing food that's not really that healthy, and they're staying at home eating their delivered food, they're getting fatter, they're getting more unhealthy, and then they might die quicker. So rather than saving lives, we actually might be taking lives. Not that it's, I mean, people did gain weight, which then compounds the issue about getting COVID. I mean, I lost weight because of COVID. I realized weight was a problem, and therefore buckled down, doubled down on the fitness, and not going to turn back. So yeah, it's a little bit of dark humor. We're not really saving lives. We're not. we're passive aggressive. We're not like your drug dealer, okay? That, you got these, I've heard stories where you have these drug dealers that see the drug addict go to rehab and then they're clean, and what they'll do is they will give them like free drugs when they get out. It's like, man, that's capitalism at its finest. That makes sense. Hey, I'm losing money because that motherfucker went to rehab. Give him a free sample of some dope, some crack, whatever, and now they're going to get hooked again. Now, I'm going to make the money, kind of. Yeah, we're not on that level, okay? That's a whole nother level. We're not on that level, okay? We're down here at enabling obesity. We're not at the drug dealer level where we're like, hey man, we got to get you fucked up again so I can get some money, you know what I mean? By handing you some free drugs when you get out of rehab so you can get fucked up again and then go back and buy some more drugs from me, you know what I mean? So we're not at that level. We're at the level of like, hey man, stay home, sit on that couch, hey, eat all these freaking burgers and all this ice cream that we're delivering. And thank you. And I'll take your money and make some good tip money. And therefore, hope to see you this evening. And I'm going to deliver you some more good fat food. And, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I thought that opens up another whole ball of wax right there. Responsibility, right? The drug dealer's like, hey man, well, I don't know, man. If the drug dealer is out there freaking going after drug addicts that are going to rehab and reintroducing them with free drugs so they can get hooked again so he can make the money. I mean, it's not putting a gun to their head, but you know what I mean. It's like having sex with the person who's drunk. Yeah, the person who's drunk might be saying yes, but the person's drunk. You know what I mean? That's the reason why you don't have sex with drunk people. Because they're drunk. Their mind's fucked up. So therefore, naturally, are they really fucking able to make the decision to have sex? You know what I mean? So when you know someone's an addict and they got problems with it and they're fresh out of the freaking clinker or the fucking rehab, they might be battling their freaking impulses. I want to get those drugs. No, gotta fucking stay away from the drugs. And hey man, you're looking good, dude. And freaking, hey man, I got some stuff for you. No, don't worry, it's on me. You know what I mean? Kind of, yeah. It's, people are responsible. You pay the consequences for your behavior. But, yeah, the drug dealer is not a hero either. He or she definitely selling drugs is helping people fuck their lives up as well. So it's kind of like they're a partnership in the demise of humanity. You know what I mean? Yeah. So people, I'm not forcing people to order fast food and deliver it to them. So therefore, that's why it's on a lower level, because it's not like I'm dangling a Big Mac in front of them and they can't help themselves. So they're like, it's not the same, as the brain, I mean, I don't know. Drugs. Yeah, what level? Are we free to do drugs? But at what level do we regulate it? where it becomes terrible. There has to be some kind of balance, right? I mean, I don't know, man. It's tricky. I mean, there's a lot of either or talking, man. And it's not either or. It's a mix. It's a balance. Yeah. It's crazy. So that's my dark humor of the day. And hope you guys are doing well. And I'm going to sign off.